Okay, welcome back, everybody, to Neon Genesis Evangelion for the N64. In this video, we're going to get, I think, my favorite section of levels here. These are some fun ones. These change it up a bit. I don't think there's any combat in this one. But first off, we are starting with a personal favorite episode of mine that I did not realize was so hated until fairly recently. This is based on a human work, I think is the episode. It's the Jet Alone episode. Jet Alone, I really like. I really loved those episodes, or the one episode, I guess. I talked about last time how Evangelion was the first anime that I ever really watched and got into. So I went into this with no preconceived notions. I knew literally nothing about the show. I'd never talked to anybody or heard anybody talk about the show, like in terms of spoilers or in depth, like what they liked and didn't like about it. So I went in, completely formed my own opinions, and I remember the first time through, this episode was a particular favorite of mine. And it wasn't until like fairly recently that I learned that people fucking hate this episode. So first off, the first thing that you do in this level is you press down on the C pad and A, and you alternate, so CA, 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 and you make Ava Unit 1 run. The mashing of the C down and A button is the worst part about this game. Not this level specifically, but we'll get into it. Might be in, yeah, it is in this level, or in this episode, actually. I just like the idea of some other company coming up with a giant mech, and Nerve basically sabotaging it, and Ava Unit 1 and Misato having to just kind of fix everything. So yeah, I always like the premise of the episode. It's just it's a filler episode. Just because it's filler doesn't mean it's bad. I like seeing these characters, so I liked this episode, you know? There's nothing really much else to it. So this was the hardest part of the entire game for me. So you have to press over on the analog stick and down an A at the same time. I had to remap my Xbox One controller, I mean my N64 controller, because I played this on an N64 and not an emulator. Because over on this is fine. When you had to do it like left or down or up on the analog stick, it became impossible. The ways in which I would have to contort my my thumbs, my fingers around the Xbox One controller literally made it impossible. So I had to completely rebind the keys or whatever on my Xbox One controller, because default the C buttons were on the right analog stick, which literally to do down on that and A alternate is impossible. So I had to put the C buttons on the D-pad and the D-pad on the analog stick. It made it a lot more tolerable, but still probably not ideal. I'm trying to think of the layout of the N64 controller, and I think it probably would be easiest on the actual hardware, because they're like completely opposite ends, and I think, well, because no, you'd also have to do the analog. I don't know. I think they fucked up there. I think that was an oops. They made an oopsie goof, I think, when they were figuring out the controls for that specific level. So this is another one of my personal favorite episodes. This is the one, I forget what the episode's called, but it's the one where Asuka and Shinji have to sync up together. They have to learn how to work in tandem. One of my favorite episodes. It's got such a great... I love the dynamic of Shinji and Asuka, and the payoff of just the musical bit is so great. And this was the perfect way to put that into a game. If you're thinking of how they do it, it's exactly what you're thinking. So I don't know. When people said that this game wasn't great, I really enjoy the kind of I don't know what I'm trying to say. Like, the mini-game aspect of it, I think is a lot of fun. Yes, Misato, whatever you say, man, I will do it. I apparently have a thing for anime women with purple hair whose initials are MK. You've got Misato Katsuragi and Motoko Kusanagi from Ghost in the Shell, so I don't know, man. I love how the audio in this is so bad. It sounds like all the actors have the microphones in their mouths. So it's like ASMR. So this is a rhythm game, kind of. It's not really rhythm based, but it's like a quick time event. I think this is the best way to possibly do this. So I think I might even just let this play out because it's just fun to watch. This also was where the game kept crashing for me. There are certain levels that the game just absolutely did not want to play. This was one of them. At certain points, I think where there was a lot going on, like I think right here, yeah, it's when the missiles come out and start exploding. The game hated this. So this next one, or not this after this one, there's down, down, down. The next one is a secret prompt, where you can't actually see what the prompt is, you just have to guess. It's up, 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 and you'll get a secret ending. You'll get them posing like, I don't know, like JoJo characters? I don't know. Instead of the normal ending is them, like falling over each other, which is what happened in the show. So there you go. That's, I think, one of the highlights for me. I really like that level. You'll notice there were two options in the beginning of that level. There was a right option and a left option. The left option was like a training to get you used to how to do it. Not only is it like an adaptation of the episode where you can train before you do it, it's just also good to literally let you train to do it. Otherwise, you might not know what to do. The timing is a little weird. It took me a couple run-throughs of that level to actually get it right. So there's Adam. Oh, this is, speaking of episodes that everyone hates, this is Magma Diver, which, again, the first time through, I went through, formulated my own opinions, didn't have any outside anything influence. Magma Diver is by far the worst episode of the show, and from what I can tell, that is the general consensus. Gendo agrees. He's a smart guy, that Gendo, Kari. I mean, first, the game didn't have to include that. They just didn't. This level, just on a conceptual basis, I did not understand this one. Again, they throw you into these levels with no explanation, or at least no explanation for me because I cannot speak Japanese. I assume there's no direction of what to do. Or no, I guess there is. Yeah, if you scroll down and the menu select, or the level select, it'll show you what you're supposed to do with the controls. And there is text under it, so yeah, I guess they are probably telling you what to do. But again, I can't do that. I don't know what to do, so I had to figure it out myself. So yeah, if you go down here, it'll show you, and yeah, there's text. So it's probably telling me exactly what to do, like line up your shot with Z. So in the Magma Diver level, we are kind of floating in this volcano, and there's an angel in here. There's an angel in the outfield. We've got the progressive knife. And what we have to do is look left and right. It says search angel. We are looking for an angel. By the way, this song is the only redeeming part, because this song slaps. So you have to look at the angel, press Z, and then line up with the angel until it says lock on, and then just press the prompts. It took me like 2 or 3 times in the level, like failing it, until I realized exactly what I was supposed to do, and yeah, pretty confusing. Not as confusing as some other levels, but we'll get into that. Yeah, this is a pretty boring level. I'd say this is one of the worst. It's not bad once you know what to do, but it's kind of a snoozer. And I guess that's fitting since it's Magma Diver, and it's, you know, an episode no one likes, and it's a level in the game that I don't quite enjoy either. Folks, it's a Magma Diver, okay? They say it's the worst episode of Evangelion. Oh, sorry. Evangelion. See, I mean, it doesn't get any deeper than this either. Like, this is the whole level. There should have been an episode, or there should have been a level where you play as Pen, and it's just that one minigame from Mario Party, the fillet relay, where you play as a penguin and you catch a fish, and you make the fish go across the finish line. I think that would have been a fun level. I love that it just lingers on Asuka's face there. It's like the one time she smiles. Fly me to the moon. We couldn't afford that freaking song. I don't understand how Sega can afford Fly Me to the Moon for Bayonetta, but Netflix couldn't afford it for when they released Evangelion on Netflix. I don't understand that. So this is by far, without a doubt, the level that took me the longest to complete. And I don't quite know why. I think it was another instance of I absolutely had to rebind the controller. I love all the music in this game. It's so good. It's really great hearing all this music in the N64, what is most likely Mario 64 sound font. It's just so weird. There's one song, I mean, Cruel Angel's Thesis is great in the sound font. There's another song at the end of the game that's even better, and it sounds like a meme, like a joke video by, like, Silva Gunner or something like that, but it is completely real. Oh yeah, this is the one where Misato's like, if you guys do this, I'll buy you a steak. And they're like, steak? Maybe that was just the localization. I just remember it being steak. So this level starts fine. I didn't realize that again, you're seeing that this is the first time playing through this. I thought you just had to hit it in the green, but I realized after dying as Unit 2, once you hit the green, you can keep hitting it as long as you're in the green, and the bar on the far left will fill up more, so you'll have a better shot at making the final jump. So here I could keep hitting it, but I don't, and then I fucked up. The screwing up animations are quite funny, though, because the Avas just fall flat on their faces. It's really great. But yeah, this is when I realized, like, I can just keep pressing it. And if you press it and you miss, it takes away from the bar at the end. So it's kind of a give or take, like, hey, be careful. This part hurt my hands. Remember in Mario Party when they had all those minigames where you use your palm to spin the control stick? This was like that for me. My hands were numb after I did this. Again, this took me like 3, 4, 5 tries. You have to press down on the C-pad and A, alternating. And I'm a very good button masher. Watch Chris and I play A Way Out, and you'll know that I'm a very good button masher. This is the hardest I've ever mashed anything in my entire life, and you could take that any way you want it. I've mashed buttons, I've mashed other things. This is the hardest I've ever mashed. And you'll see at some point, it just goes all the way over and you fail. I think I tried rebinding it to the down on the C-pad was like the left trigger or something like that. Yeah, I think I did A on the right bumper and down on the left bumper, and that was a little bit easier, but it just kept not working, so I had to just kind of do it with down on the D-pad and the A button. It's very difficult. Again, I think maybe if you were on the original hardware, it would have been easier. But, yeah, that was a hell of a just pain. And again, I had to play through that 2 more times, because in order to get the final level, you have to play through it 3 times. So, not only did I have to suffer through that level once, I had to do it 2 more times after that, and that's, to quote Sonic the Hedgehog, that's no good. Oh yeah, that's when Gendo was like, Shinji, actually I'm your dad and I love you. Gendo's my favorite character in the show, by the way. I just wanted to put that out there right as we're about to end. My 3 favorite characters, Gendo, Misato, and Asuka. That's also the ranking of best girls right there is Gendo, Misato, Asuka. Anyway, that's the end of this one. See you in the next one.